Do you feel like your partner doesn't support your birth plan? Give me a few minutes today and I will show you how to talk to your partner so that he's on board with your dream birth. For watching today, I'd like to send you the Ultimate Natural Birth Playbook, which is something quick and easy for your partner and you to reference during your birthing time to make it so that he's there and supportive of you and knows exactly what to do. Drop a comment below if you're interested in that. If you don't know me, my name is Kristen and I work with mamas all over the world as a pregnancy coach. I've had 8 babies all on my own, and I've helped hundreds of moms have healthy pregnancies and prepare for amazing natural births. Each day, I'm bringing you a video that covers one actionable tip to help you have a healthy pregnancy and prepare to give your baby a beautiful beginning. Like I said, today we're talking about your birth partner and how you can talk with him so that you know that he's on board with your dream birth. The first thing that you need to do before you even talk with him is know where he's coming from. That's so important to any relationship, is to step outside of yourself and look at things from your partner's point of view. Now, oftentimes husbands or partners are worried about things that may not even be on your mind, or they may matter a little bit to you, but they don't seem like that big of a deal. So many times a partner is worried about money and providing because that's what he feels becomes his responsibility when he knows that a child is coming into the picture. So the first thing that he's worried about is being that provider. And a provider is often also a protector. If you look at societies all around the world, this is often how they've worked. The men are physically stronger. It's just biological reality. And so they're often the providers. They're often the protectors. And that role kicks in a big instinctual way when a man knows that the woman that he loves is pregnant and carrying his child. You have instincts that turn on too, nurturing, loving, and all those sorts of things. So consider his and what's going on with him. One of the things that does is make him want to do everything he can to keep you safe and to keep your baby safe. And many times in his mind, that translates to as medicalized and as technology infused a birth as possible. Because in our society, we equate technology and medicine with safety. Now, that may not be true, and you may realize that that's not true, especially when it comes to birth, which is designed by nature or nature's God to be a safe, beautiful hormonal symphony that creates an ecstatic, amazing experience for mother and baby. That's the truth about it. But that's not what he's been conditioned to believe. Not anything from television shows and movies with ridiculous birth scenes to news reports and even novels that we read where what happens? How did our character end up orphaned? It's because something bad happened to mom in childbirth. It's a cliche, but it is something that he's grown up with. Plus, if he's grown up with any stories about birth at all, unless he happens to have been a home birth baby himself, it's probably hearing his mom and his aunts and his grandmother and his sisters talk about birth as a painful and hard experience. So he wants to save you from that. Understand where he's coming from. The next thing that I want you to do is think about what you want. When I give any tips about working with your birth partner, you're going to hear me come to this. You need to be clear on what you want for your birth so that you can talk with him about that. Also take some time to think about what you don't want. And for some moms, it's easier to start with what I don't want. I don't want a really medicalized birth. Okay, well, in the absence of that, what do you want? Because you can't leave things in a vacuum. And you can't leave it in a vacuum like that with him. So what you need to do is you need to think about what you want and what is important to you. And then you need to think about communicating that to him in a simple way. Now, there are many things that you can do, such as sharing studies with him on the safety of birth, the hormones and the physiology of birth. Some men are researchers, they're really analytical, and that's going to resonate with them. Sometimes watching good documentaries with them can be really helpful. I'm about to put out a blog post that does a complete rundown of some of the best birth documentaries. And if you're interested in that, drop me a comment below. And when I get that released in the next week or so, I'll come back and tag you. But that can be a good option to go through with him. So those things feed that intellectual need. But he also needs to hear what you want as a woman, what you want as the mother of his child. So think about what you want and then tell him that simply. Tell him what you want and what you don't want. Share your feelings. I don't want the doctor to come in and push me around or bully me into interventions that I don't want. I don't want my baby taken from me right after birth. I don't want to be hooked up to monitors so that I can't walk around. I do want our birth to be sweet and intimate. I do want to be able to be with my baby right away. I want to be able to be with you. I want to be able to lean on you and know that both of us are skilled and ready for birth. Those are great things to share with a man because they don't necessarily put anything on him. When you're talking about your wants and your don't wants, it's all about you. Don't say what you, or I want you to do this, or I want you to do that. Simply express your needs. I want to be with you. I want us to work on this as a partnership. And then ask him what he thinks about that. So ask him, what do you think we should do about that? Or what are your ideas on that? Because that helps activate that problem-solving part of your partner. Remember, he's a protector. He wants to problem solve. He wants to figure things out, how to keep you and baby safe. And if you provide him with information, like I was talking about with studies or books or documentaries, so that he understands that birth is safer when you are having a nice physiological, hormonal, ecstatic birth, then you can talk about things that you want as far as skills go, and he starts to help come together with you and problem solve to have that beautiful birth. Like I said, I've got the Ultimate Natural Birth Playbook that I would love to get a copy of to you. It is super simple, super easy for him to print out and have on hand. Those skills, that toolbox, is something that really resonates with a guy. So definitely let me know, drop a comment below, and I will get that to you, and I will talk with you tomorrow.